Alright, let's make some stuffed biscuits. You're gonna need a can of biscuits, some ground beef, seasonings of your choice, and I ran out of shredded cheese, so I have cheese cubes. Now for the ground beef, it's gonna need to be about this size. You're gonna need to take your ground beef, put it in a medium-sized pot. Next, you're gonna want to add equal amounts of your seasoning. So I suggest about 3 or 4 shakes, just to make sure. And make sure, you know what? Scratch that. Add as much seasoning as you want, but if you want to, don't want to overwhelm it with seasoning, add as much or as little as you want. Now me, I'm using just a little bit of crushed red pepper, some ground paprika, the blend salt, pepper, and garlic, and just a little bit of ranch seasoning. Next, you're going to mix that up together. Now that the meat is well mixed, you're going to need about a handful of cheese cubes, one of each. I have Colby Jack cheese and I have mild cheddar cheese. Again, whatever cheese you like. And if you're lactose intolerant, why are you watching this video then? Just about a handful. Now, I know you're gonna say, Darnell, aren't your hands bigger? You're gonna need a lot more cheese than that. You're right, my hands are big, but I don't want to add too much cheese because it's gonna overwhelm the flavor of the seasonings. You want to add that to your mixture on the stove in medium to low heat. Now, after that, you're going to put the mixture back in your bowl, and it should look something like this. Yeah, I know it looks a little greasy, and as you can see, I added a lot more cheese because, surprise, surprise, that wasn't enough. So, after you open up your biscuits, well, before you open up your biscuits, you want to get a cookie sheet, and you're going to evenly spread butter around like that. Next, you're going to want to take one of your biscuits and flatten it out completely. And it's okay if you get any holes in there, you can always just pinch those back together. And you're probably wondering, well, Darnell, are your hands clean? Why don't you have any gloves? I freshly washed my hands before I started recording this. After you completely flatten it out, it should look something like this, if not a little bigger. You want to take even scoops of your mixture and put it into the biscuit. Next, you're going to want to roll it up together and pinch all the sides. Make sure that there are no holes. Now, if you do get holes in it, that's okay. It'll still end up coming out the same way. And prior to this, you should preheat your oven to 350. And make sure there are 0 pots or pans in there, or else you will end up with a hassle on your hands. Now you want to do that for all the rest of the biscuits. And if you have a little meat mixture left over, that's okay. You can use that for nachos. If you have them all filled out, they should look something like this on your pan. And luckily for me, I didn't end up with any extra filling. So what you want to do with these, you're going to want to place them in the oven on 350 for 16 minutes. Or until the 16 minutes are up, you're going to take them out the oven, and they should look like that. Now, unfortunately, a couple of them broke, but they are still edible in any way. And that is how you make stuffed biscuits.